whomever lives and shares the life with God will carry some pain. It would be impossible not to have pain. Even if you are the most educated person in the planet with the best job, if you were the most wealthy person in this planet, would you still carry some pain? Whomever lives and carry life will carry pain. Is that true? Okay. Who has the most life? Jesus, he said, I am the way, the truth, the life. God himself, does he carry pain or not? He carries a lot of pain still up to this day. It wasn't just on the cross. He carries the pain. He's not selfish. He doesn't complain. He doesn't brag about himself. Normally, he's very quiet. I'm just talking about my experience about God. Is that okay? This is not really preaching. This is not the whole truth. This is not the Christian doctrine. I'm just sharing with you a little bit of what I have seen of this God, which is your Father and my Father. He doesn't brag. He doesn't complain. He's very quiet. Extremely humble. If I have pain, I will talk to him. But if he has pain, he's not going to share it with everybody, but few of his friends. If you have some kind of a personal pain or problem, who would you go to share it with? Not all of your friends. You may have a lot of friends that they love you, but they don't understand you. In that case, you say, you know what? Yes, I know this person loves me, but this person doesn't understand me completely. I can't share my pain or my deep problem with this person. Same thing with God. The question is it possible that our God, the powerful God, the mighty God, the one that when we have the problem, we will look up to him. Is it possible that sometimes he goes through excruciating pain, that he can't even handle it, just so much for him? Is it possible? I leave the answer, to every individual. Is it possible that he goes through this agony? When was the last time we asked him, God, how is your heart? When was the last time I asked him, can you share some of your pain with me that I may know what's going on in your heart? I didn't know Susie wants to share her vision, but what was that cup that Jesus offered? It's the cup of his pain and suffering, and he said, you know what? Would you drink a little bit of my pain that you may carry my pain, the pain of Father's heart, to other nation? If I go to Pakistan, if God sends you to Afghanistan, if he already didn't share his pain with you toward those people, you will not be really effective. You would not truly represent him. You would go there with so much pride and heal people and misrepresent the heart of your Father. In that case, he comes and he says, can I share some of my pain with you? When he offers us that cup, he's not simply saying, I am God, I'm sitting in a very great place, I already did my homework, I already went to the cross, my pain is done. Now, I want to see you suffer. I want to show me that if you're faithful to me. That's not the case. The case he's saying, I am still bending with agony over my children, even over the broken wing of a pelican. This may sound funny, but he has a very amazing heart. If a pelican hurts, so does he. That's how wonderful he is. Sometimes he's just bending in agony and saying, can I share some of my pain with you? I know that you cannot take the whole thing. It would be impossible. But can I share just some of it with you? And sometimes he knows that we can't carry that much pain. He will divide it to 20 years of our life and slowly give it to us, slowly, slowly. We think that, oh, this is life, I'm just going through, pain and agony, or this is my own mistake that I'm experiencing pain. But we don't understand it's his pain, the pain of Father's heart, that he's slowly giving it to us. But one day he will come and sharpen that pain and will say, now drink it. And now I'm going to send you to maybe a specific group of people, or even your neighbor or your own countryman. When you go there, you had 20 years of my pain in your heart. Now you will carry my heart to those people. Again, the question is it possible for our God Almighty, the Master, the Creator of heaven, the Creator of everything, the one that can do anything he wants to do, the healer, the provider, sometimes bent over because of his pain? Is it possible? I'm not giving you the answer because I know my heart's answer, but it's really good to understand his heart. Then when you come to the healing room, you come with the understanding that he knows my pain. The Lord told me one day, he said, all pain, meaning every drop of pain in this planet, even the pain of somebody getting abused or raped, or any pain in this planet, he said, all pain will visit my heart first before they come to you. And it would be impossible for a drop of pain to come to us if it didn't go and visit his heart first, because he knew from the very beginning about all those pain that they would come and touch us. In that sense, we are not alone anymore. We know a God that understands not only our pain, but the pain of even a broken wing of a pelican. We know a God that is so passionate that he will say, not that I bore your sin on the cross, but I am still carrying your pain in my heart. Look at me. Then, in his presence, you are so relaxed. Then you don't have to beg him anymore. Then you don't have to chase him anymore. Then you don't have to twist his arm for him to do something for you, or even release you from some of the pain. Then you say, okay, Lord, if this pain that I carry in my heart, it's some of the pain that you have and you're sharing with me, so be it. So be it. Going through life and not to understand the heart of God is extremely painful. I'm from Iran. We have some Iranian here, and it's so awesome. It's such an honor for me to look at my country people. It's an honor to look at you too, but it's so honor, What's your name, ma'am? Nahi. Even to look at her face and see the pain and agony and to see the love she carries. Such an honor. Iranian people in every country, they are so blessed because the Lord, he gives the spirit of the nation. When the nation is born, the spirit of it comes from the Lord. And according to the spirit of the nation, all nations are good. All nations are beautiful. The spirit of America is beautiful. Iranian, nation and the spirit of Iran is so beautiful. And I can see that on her. The pain that she carries in her. Not just the personal pain, but the pain that was given to that country by God. Khomeini came 1978. It was about 30-something years ago. I don't know how much do you guys know. But then we went to war between Iran and Iraq. Those two countries, Saddam Hussein and Khomeini, they went to war. People didn't have anything against each other. They didn't know each other. This is another country, but it's a neighbor country. I heard over 1 million people died. Young one. They all died. 1 million. And the country of Iran and Iraq or Iraq went through this agony. Then Khomeini came. They started to control everybody in the name of Islam. And there was so much agony because of the oppression under the name of Islam. It went over maybe for 30 years. If someone doesn't know, they may say, oh, all that pain was for nothing. But you know what? Now, because of what Khomeini did and what he brought to that country, Millions of people I heard they're giving their heart to Jesus because now they understand what was behind the veil of Islam. If they didn't go through that intense time, they wouldn't be ready for the person of Jesus now. God didn't do it, but He used it. There was so much pain and agony and broken-hearted people started to cry out to God that they knew in their heart. And our God heard it, but somebody had to cry out. It was the heart of our Father hurting over that nation. But He even used Khomeini, or He even used Saddam to bring the person of Jesus. In that sense, pain is not as bad as we think it is. We should not hate pain that comes from the heart of the Father. Sometimes even me, that Cameron that talks here about Jesus and Christ, sometimes I shut my heart to the pain of some people because I don't have enough time for it. If I shut my heart to the pain of people, I am telling the Lord, do not share your pain with me. I can't do this. I don't have time for this. This is really good to understand. Our God is not just having pamby-bamby time, and Jesus already did that harsh job or the hard job. Now He can sit back and relax and have this painless life. And now He's looking at us to send us to evangelize or just to heal the sick and, to do some of His bidding here. And if we don't do it, then He will say, you are not faithful to me. See how I was faithful on the cross, the person of Jesus? You're not like me. And I'm going to judge you if you don't go and evangelize, the whole nation of Afghanistan. That's not the case. He's extremely humble, bent over because of his pain. And he's saying, who can I find to share the cup of my suffering? Not all of it, but maybe a drop of it. That you yourself would understand the pain of my heart. Then you would carry it to the nation or to your neighbor. Growing up, my agony was not being God's friend. I grew up with this agony as a Muslim boy. It started when I was 12. Agony, deep, deep, deep agony. And many years I cried and prayed to the God of Islam that I may understand Him and I may become His friend, but didn't happen. I'm 12 when I started. I am 33 years old when I meet Jesus. Between 12 and 33, what happened? It was a lot of agony of not knowing the person of God. I remember not even for a second I could stop thinking about God. Not even for a second. Always was there. Who was that? It was your Father in heaven sharing the agony of His heart with the 12-year-old Muslim boy. That's why still God uses me and Susie to go to the church. I'm an ex-Muslim. It makes sense for me to go evangelize Muslim, but to go to the church and talk about personal relationship with Father. You know why? Because He is in agony, because a lot of us, we don't understand His heart and we are not His close friend. And this is not a judgment. This is not a harsh message. This is, we are simply talking about the heart of God and His agony. Let's just, at least for one night, forget about our pain and think about His pain for maybe an hour and a half. Is that okay? That we lay down all of our pain and all of our desire. We say, Father God, listen, we're going to talk about the pain of your heart. Some may say, oh, God is so strong. He cannot have pain. Jesus already washed everything away. There is no pain. When Jesus appeared, resurrected Jesus appeared to Paul, what did he say? Why are you persecuting me? He didn't say, why are you persecuting them? He said, why are you persecuting me? That means that our Father in heaven still is under persecution. If someone in China gets killed because they believe in Jesus, who carries that pain before even they carried it? Our Father. But I don't want to talk about that a lot. I want to talk about the heart the pain of God's heart over his personal relationship with you. The first part, do you remember? It was the cup that he gives it to us. His pain for other people. Do we get that? Do we understand that? We give him full permission. Just give him full permission. Just say, Lord, give me the amount of your pain in the cup that I could carry. And if any of my pain in my life right now, it's from your cup, open my eyes that I may see that this is your cup. Can we pray that just in your heart? Just say this simple prayer, talk to him. These things can change the course of our life. These are like compass, that we're getting our compass right. But I like to share in a very simple way that it's so good to carry the pain of the heart of the Father toward people around us, toward different groups of people, Muslim, Buddhist, Jewish, black, white, red, yellow, anything, homosexual, anybody, that God is in agony over them. First of all, maybe some of you, the Lord will just give you heart for homosexual. I don't know. Maybe some of you, the Lord will share his pain over that issue. Maybe some of you, the Lord will share his pain and agony. It's his agony. It's not just a cup that he went and he just dumped into something and just said, hey, let me just share some pain with people. He's getting that cup and he's putting it in his own heart. And he's saying, okay, can you carry this much? Then he would just dip that cup and just say, can you carry that much? Does that make sense? Is that visual enough? He's amazing. He's so humble. Otherwise, he wouldn't have to deal with all this pain. Sometimes the problem is that we think that he doesn't carry pain, or because of Jesus, everything is fine and dandy, and he doesn't carry pain. Because of Jesus, we're all saved. All of us will be redeemed. Even that Pelican will be redeemed one day. And the Lord will restore everything, and he will not carry pain anymore. Hopefully he will not, but I don't even know about that. Because, there are some people that will be lost. I always hope that he would just at the very last minute pull up another plan. But I always hope, like in Old Testament, I'm changing the subject a little bit, but again, it's the subject of understanding his heart, that the Father would do anything to save anybody in any time and in any moment. And nobody can stand in front of him and just say, why did you save that person? Lord, we thought that person would go hell. I want to watch it from heaven and see that person burn. Why didn't you do it? That's against his heart. I always hope in the last minute or the last second, he will pull something out. In the Old Testament, people thought that it was the killing the animal. In New Testament, he brought Jesus with this amazing plan that a lot of people missed it, if that makes sense. Because of his goodness, he can do anything he wants to do in the last second. Again, you dare to hope these things if you know the heart of the Father. If you know his heart, if you understand the pain of his heart, then your hope will be limitless for anybody, even for the person of Saddam Hussein. You may say, no, I have to stand there and make sure the guy goes to hell. We have a list of people. We say Saddam, Hitler, and all those people, definitely, they're at the very bottom. Is it possible that the heart of God still bleeds over those people? If I say no, then I limit his heart. What does even grace mean? What does it mean? It comes out of the deep, 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 deep pain of God's heart, which is even scary to understand. People like Heidi Baker, I admire her. You know why? Not because she's such an amazing person or a very great spiritual person. No, because she carries a lot of pain from the depth of God's heart. And you can tell. Mother Teresa, those people in history, they had the big chunk of that pain. But not the pain that was somewhere else, but the pain was that inside the heart of God. Now, when you come to healing room to get healed, you come to the one that understands your pain way more than you do. Who cares for the smallest problem that you have. Who cares even for the scary thought of our kids when they go to bed that they are afraid that they call mom and dad. That's how much he cares. He doesn't just care about big things. He cares about small things. Why he cares so much about those things? Because you know what? He's pure love. He's not 99.99% love. He's pure love. I love to talk about him. I do. My most favorite subject is him, not heaven, not the crown that we will receive in heaven, not even the gift of prophetic deliverance, this and that. They're all gifts. But you know what? The one who gives the gift is way bigger than the gift itself. Why shouldn't we talk about him to the point that demon that they will scream and they say, you know what? I can't take this anymore. They don't even have to cast me out. I am leaving. I can't take this anymore. I can't take it. I'm going to leave I'm going to leave their family. I'm going to leave their nation. I'm going to leave their city. I'm going to leave their body because I can't take it anymore. When you talk about the goodness, not just the goodness in a sense of, oh, he's going to bless me financially or he's going to heal me. That's a cheap goodness. That's just the normal. Go for more. Who is more? It's him. His beauty. I wish we would really know him so much that we would make a lot of people jealous. Not know him that just he's good and he's going to bless me and he's going to take all my pain away and my life would be good. But to go deeper and know him, meaning know the pain of his heart and know the joy of his heart. To be content, like Paul said, in lack and plenty. Because in lack, he is in lack with you. And in poverty, he is in poverty with you. He would never, ever leave you or forsake you. Doesn't matter. In pain or in gain. You know, it is radical. His love is radical. We don't want to define his love and just say, okay, this is how his love is. But it's so good to get to know it, not just in good time, but to share his heart. He will share his heart with you. If I could somehow connect you with some kind of a wire and connect it maybe to my heart, and I would say, hey, for 5 minutes, you're going to feel what I feel. You wouldn't just feel just the good thing in my heart, right? You would even feel my agony, you would feel my joy, you would feel my pain, you would feel the whole thing. He said, abide in me and I in you. Sometimes we think, oh, he's talking about abiding in my goodness, abiding in my healing, abide in my prosperity, abide in those things, not the other thing. And if the other thing comes and visits you, you might have done something, or maybe there is a generational curse that you need to find out. I do believe there are generational curses that the Lord will break, but our pain and agony and even our suffering is not all caused by generational curses, but by the heart of the Father. That he carries so much pain in his heart for every single person. You know, we will all in heaven, we will be so mesmerized by him. Not because he's all like a big light that is just all light, and after a while say, okay, it's light. We've seen this light and it's a light show. And you know, one of the reasons I strongly believe why Bible talks about him has so much light. You know, when people fall in love, their face, they have so much light in their face. The guy fell in love, and that's why it's the picture of his love for us. I was saying we will be so mesmerized by him in heaven, but you know what? Let's start from here. Not to think that he is some kind of a God that doesn't understand my pain. I don't know what I need to do for him to really bless me financially, or I don't know what I need to do to get this amazing gift to go and evangelize the whole world. and save the whole world that nobody goes to hell, then I will be okay. That's limiting him. That's just for beginners. That's shallow, but it still is okay. But it's shallow. Let's just go deeper. We need to see him as he is and melt, even on earth. We need to see him and melt when we see the whole package, not just part of him, not just to push him and just say, just show me your goodness or your grace or the good thing about yourself. Don't show me the scary things or your pain or, you bending over with this amazing pain over nation. Man, don't show me those things. Maybe you could share those things with those archangel or other, other being you have in the Bible. They can carry those things, or for living creature with amazing stuff. Share it with them. With me, just share, man, good stuff. And you know what? In a lot of cases, he will. But it would be so shallow. And it will not satisfy. I've seen so many people with a lot of spiritual gift. It will not satisfy unless the whole thing comes. It will not satisfy. All God will say, abide in me. There will be some pain, but it's from my heart and it's the whole package. I'm not in the business of abusing you with pain. I'm just simply sharing my heart with you. And I am humble enough to understand your pain, your agony. Then God will become a person that is like, you feel that he is your closest friend, but he's not just your closest friend, he's the most humble being in the whole planet. He's extremely humble, bent over because of his pain, and he's saying, who can I find to share the cup of my suffering? Not all of it, but maybe a drop of it, that you yourself would understand the pain of my heart. Then you would carry it to the nation or to your neighbor.